Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Delightfuls_Dawn. Today, the video I'm going to do today is on I have buyer's remorse on makeup items that I purchased in the past. So, I just after sitting here thinking, I don't have a lot of makeup, but I get real big on the hype when a beauty influencer or somebody Trim Mood or something like that puts it online. I'm like, oh, I want this. But then after I purchase it, it's did I really need to? Sometimes we need to actually sit down and make a pros and cons before we purchase stuff, before we just, sometimes I be having buyer's remorse. And today I want to talk about it. So the first item that I purchased that I'm kind of do I have buyer's remorse on this particular item? And that is going to be Artist Couture, Jackie, Aina collaboration. The only thing I use from this particular collection, because when it first came out, it was a big thing. When I first started kind of getting into makeup, I was following Jackie Aina. I don't even know how, I think I found her through my sister, but it looked gorgeous on her. So of course, being the loyal subscriber that I am, I went and purchased the set where it came with LeBron's and La Peach and the little pouch. I can't find the pouch, which is a powder type. Honestly, I do have buyer's remorse because I do not use LeBron's. Not one of my favorite highlighters. Yeah, so with the LeBron's, I have buyer's remorse. It's something I do not use at all. At this current time, I cannot even tell you where it's located. When I moved from St. Louis to Texas, it was not one I knew that I had to have my La Peach. I'm I need to make sure my La Peach is in my bag. I'm gonna leave this LeBron's for my sister. I paid $25 for it and I used it probably 3 or 4 times. Only because I was a loyal, I'm gonna have to make this work. This is gonna have to work. It's such a nice color. I really wanted to use it as a body bronzer. So I tried to make the little body oil, and it just didn't look right. I don't know, I wasn't doing it right. I don't know what it is. So far as La Peach, I feel it's worth every freaking penny. I'm not saying that the LeBron's is not worth every single penny, but La Peach is something I actually do use. I love her. Let me demonstrate her so y'all could just feel it, because it's something, okay? Because it's something you want to be real light-handed on. It's not okay. La Peach. Popping. And it's popping. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the peach is it gives this slight reflexes, real subtle. The next item that I purchased was the It's My Ray Ray BH Cosmetic, I'm gonna call it multi-purpose palette, because it is eyeshadow, highlighter, and contour. I kept looking at reviews and it just came down to the fact I'm you know what? I need to find me a contouring kit. So I really purchased it for the contouring kit on her. The contour, because of dark shade on her. Once I got it, I was did I really need this? Because I had other eyeshadows that was pigmented, it was matte. I could have just used that. Then once I got it and I just kind of used it, I don't have buyer's remorse on this because I think it's a bomb little palette. It got some nice cute colors in there. They are really pigmented. You see I use the purple a lot, the golds, even the red. I've probably used everything in here but this nude colors. If you are someone who's trying to get into makeup and you want to be on a budget, it is budget friendly. I believe it was $18. I ended up waiting for it to be $12 because I am a cheapskate. So when you go on bhcosmetic.com, they be having sales. It is travel friendly, so that was another thing. It comes with a mirror and everything. So to me, I would say this was a good buy. It is worth the money that you would spend. So I would say there was no buyer's remorse on it. So let's go to the next one. Colourpop foundation, no filter sticks. And I'm okay, I want to get them. I want to try them. I kind of wish that when I went on there to try to pick my color, it was kind of hard. I know I wear Maybelline 355. And the only color I could see that came slightly close was the Very Dark 175. So after I purchased it, I'm oh. I was oh, I could do like a review on my channel about this. Like, I purchased these saying, well, at least if I purchase them, the pro was I can do a review on it. So that was like on my pro list. Like, I could do a review on it. So if it is bad, which would have been my con, well, if it is bad, then at least I can kind of like justify why I purchased it. But I ended up getting the 3 colors. Now, when I first purchased it, I don't know if y'all can see my review on it. I had a big problem with it, like transferring. I wasn't really used to using foundation sticks. It is like a matte, a semi-type matte type film. And it was something that I'm like, well, at least if I don't use the foundation portion for like my actual face, because I don't really use like a lot of foundation, I can at least use the contour part. I've only used the dark color once, and that was when I did the video. I have used the 161 to highlight my face, so I can kind of justify that. But at this point, I feel like for the price, yeah, it was only $10, so I didn't lose a lot of money without, because I don't really use them. I would say do your research on foundations. A lot of times, if they don't have your color, you can go to a store and try. And I wouldn't be trying to get it, to be honest. Like, you need to be able, and especially if the place doesn't want to do returns, you don't need to be buying foundation for that. But if it is a good price and you don't really have that much to be spending on it, $10 is like a good price for you for something that's easy to carry around and to apply, then yeah. But I do have buyer's remorse on these foundation sticks. I have Beverly Hills Dream Highlighter Glow Palette. Purchased it at Sephora. This was something that was just like pure, like I walked in the store, I seen it sitting there, I'm like, ooh, that is pretty. One of the clerks walked past and her highlight was like popping. And I'm like, Shanika, that is fire. And she's like, girl, would you put that on your face? I'm like, yes, I would most definitely put that on my face. I want to be seen, like, I want to be glowing like how she glowing. I didn't do no type of research. I didn't do nothing like do no pros and cons. It's like, I'm going to use it because it's the summertime. Realistically, I was not going to use this palette. Like, I really wasn't. Like, but I do actually love it at this point, but I don't really use it. And another, like, con about the reason why I don't use it is the second day that I had, I didn't drop it or nothing. Like, it just started crumbling. Crumbling. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it was like crumbling really, really bad. I was really, really depressed about it. At this point, I gotta be extra careful when I kind of open it. And if it does kind of like shift in like a bag or something, I know that it's crumbled inside like the pen, like this little extra dust. I wish I would have did more research on it. I wish I would have took it back and got a new one once I purchased it. I don't use this for real. I use it like sometimes. I do have buyer's remorse because it's something I know that I wouldn't put in my everyday, like daily routine. I really don't go nowhere to even put on this type of highlighter because it is a popping, kind of like metallic, kind of like everybody needs to see this, kind of like carnival type of palette. If you are like you really big, heavy into makeup, that you would probably want to utilize, and I haven't done that. I should have got like a basic palette with some basic highlighters on it, and I didn't do that with this. So I kind of do, which I didn't spend $45 on something I do not use, something that broke on me the second day that I had it. Yeah. So I should have the pros and cons for this. Because the pros I can only think about at that time I would have made for myself is that it's a popping highlighter. Would I use it every day? No. Can I try to use it every day? Maybe. Is it affordable? Not really, because I'm not really into makeup to know what is affordable at that particular time. So yeah, that is something I got buyer's remorse on. The last item that I have that's probably my most expensive item in my makeup collection. I got other makeup, but I'm not about to show you like all my drugstore makeup because it's like, it's drugstore makeup. Sometimes if it's like $5, $6, $10, $15 at the most, you can kind of like get it a little, put in your collection. But the last item that I'm going to show, KJ, my favorite item. You probably already gonna know that I'm not going to talk bad about this one, that I'm probably going to be able to have more pros and cons, but I still want to share it with everybody, is the Becca foundation in the color Espresso. Because I mean if y'all want to use it as a reference, like what color you should get, then get Espresso if you are my shade tone. This purchase, when I was trying to figure out what foundation I wanted to use, I went back and forth. I was buying Fenty, I was buying Maybelline, I was buying what is this, Clinique, which is something I don't use. Like, I should have put it in my list, but whatever. Clinique. And I really couldn't figure out what kind of foundation I wanted. I didn't know if I wanted a full coverage, I wanted like full to, medium to full, or light coverage. I know for a fact that I didn't want light because I have dark circles under my eye, and I know for a fact that I have a lot of like discoloration on my skin. To me, this is a lot for me. Like, I understand if you're like, girl, you don't have a lot. For me, it's a lot. And this foundation is a full coverage foundation. It was about 43 to 45. I can't remember the exact one. So I ended up going back to Sephora. Sorry. And one of the clerks, well, I don't know what they call her. One of the ladies helped me pick out Becca. Once she showed it to me and she kind of matched it on my face, she asked me if I wanted a sample, if I took a sample. But I'm like, you know what? I purchased the same day because when she was showing me the coverage, I'm like, this is what I want. Because at first I'm like, I kept saying I want something simple, but in our reality, what I wanted that little simple item to do for me, it wasn't doing. So Becca did it for me. Like, this is my favorite foundation. I use it. I use literally one pump a day, sometimes maybe two. If I got like a whole bunch of like stuff going under the skin. But this and Maybelline are like my favorite foundation at this particular time of my life. Like, Maybelline is inexpensive, Becca is expensive, but it's something that you probably use like the whole year round. My voice is going out, sorry. The whole year round. So I think that's like an item that it is most definitely a must item to get. And like I said, I made me a pros and cons list about that. You should do the same. Foundation is something that you really kind of want to go back and forth about. What are you looking for? If you can get samples, then most definitely get samples. I think that Sephora and Ulta do samples, so I would say try to go to those stores and then try out that foundation and see which, like, kind of figure out what you don't like about something, and then go into what you're trying to look for. But I'm not the channel like that makeup channel, so don't really kind of go to. I'll put somebody in the description about they got like the foundation recommendation thing for you, because I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure out what foundation that works for me. But I know at this particular time, Becca is like goals for me. You can't tell me I'm not popping, because I think if you wear something and you feel like, oh, I'm really, really cute in this, then no one can't tell you that you're not. You will define your definition of you. So, like I said, those are the items that I wondered if I have buyer's remorse on. I would highly encourage you as a consumer for these brands and these products, whether it comes to even clothing, to kind of like make a pros and cons list on like what you want from a product. Like, what is your goal? Like, what do you want to get out of this product? And then can the products give this to you? And if they don't, do they do returns? Because sometimes you don't want to keep stuff. So that would be my advice to you. Until next time, I want you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Continue to be unapologetically you. See you guys next time.